Hi everybody. Today where we're picking up is we have been discussing ecosystems and how ecosystems work. But one of the items that we want to discuss is what are the benefits of how those ecosystems behave. So I have two articles here that I'd like you to read. The first one is accounting for nature's benefits. And so this was written by a gentleman who frequently writes about environmental issues. But then I have another article that I'd like you to read, which is Pricing Biodiversity and Ecosystem Services, the Never-Ending Story. So the first one that I have there is kind of a pro saying, look, we should be pricing ecosystems and saying this is the value of them. And the second one is saying, look, this is really not something that is viable and it changes too much. There's not enough specificity about it that we're not going to be able to really address that. So two different positions. And what I'm asking you to do is essentially write a position paper about what these mean, which one you agree with. Maybe you agree with both. I want to reiterate that the goal is not about a right answer. Since I didn't really have an ability to lay out what my expectation is for this, I kind of want to do that briefly right now. Environmental science is a lot of times looked at as a political type of topic, but it doesn't really need to be. My goal in this class, when I've taught it in the past, was that I don't want to tell you what you should be thinking. What I want you to do is be able to evaluate information and then make your own decision based on that information. So we have two pieces of information here that you can look at, that you can decipher and understand what's happening. But then I want you to actually build your own position on what you think. Okay, so one of the ways that we can do that is by using this sheet. This is just one way that you could do this. You don't necessarily have to use this exact sheet. But what I want you to take a look at is that over here in goal, we're essentially using the claim, evidence, reasoning setup. So your goal is really your claim. You're saying, hey, this is what I think is the right way to think, or this is what I think is important. So you're essentially asserting your position. You're stating a thesis. Those of you who have taken some of the writing classes here, I know that Ms. Fokin talks about writing a thesis. This is your thesis statement. You're saying, all right, so here's what I think. Okay. Now, in order to support that thesis, what you're looking for is evidence and reasoning. Okay, and so really what this one is it's looking at, here's your reason. And so this has three reasons. You could have fewer than that, you could have more than that, but keep in mind, the more reasoning you have saying this is what I think and this is why I think it, it's going to be supported better if you have more of these. Now, each reason is going to have facts or examples that support them, so you don't have to use this. I just thought that for some of you this might be a good graphic organizer for you to be able to take some of the facts and examples that you have in your reading and use that to come up with a reasoning and use that as an ability to support your overall thesis, your goal, your position. Okay. So overall, that's what I'm looking for, is I want you to be able to understand what's going on here, be able to evaluate information. And so I'm going to give you the time to do that. These two articles are going to have a lot of information in them. You can use outside resources. I have no problem with you using other resources, but I thought this would be a good place for you to start because there's a pro, there's a con, and then you can look at some other items. One of the items that you might be looking at is that you might be in the middle, and that's okay. Again, what I'm looking for is if you're in the middle, go with that, but you still need to have evidence, you still need to have information to support your position. So that's what I'm looking at. I do have the rubric attached on Schoology, so you can take a look at that. If you have any questions, please let me know. On the Schoology assignment, I did post some other questions. Those are really just to kind of get you thinking about what your position is, what you think, and just start trying to evaluate those. Again, I know I'm sounding repetitive, but there is no right or wrong answer. There is supporting your idea and there is not supporting your idea. Okay, so if you can support your claim, then that's fine. It doesn't matter if I agree with you or if anybody else agrees or disagrees with you. You just need to be able to back that up with quality information. Both of these writers, or all of these writers that we're looking at here, have a lot of information. They have a lot of background in science. They do know what they're talking about, so they're good resources. But as I said, you can use outside resources. Just make sure that you are identifying those and citing, where you're getting that information from. Okay, again, shoot me an email if you have any questions. Otherwise, I'm going to let you get to it. I would start by reading those articles, and then if you want, you could use this graphic organizer to kind of figure out how you want to organize your thoughts and what you want to write. Okay, so with that, good luck, and let me know if you have any questions.